Today has been so good. We got good news. Went to the doctor today, and my BMI, I think she said it was like 40 something, the BMI, and now we in the 30s, I believe. I think in no 40. I got it mixed up. Okay, I got my notes mixed up, but my BMI is lower. It's not in the normal range because I had my notes and I messed up my notes. I couldn't even bring my notes up, but nevertheless, we are 300 pounds. Start at 300 pounds, so we are now on track of getting into the 200 some pound club. So we're just a solid 300. Our BMI is down. It's not in the normal range. It's still abnormal for my height and age, but we are doing good. So we are excited for that. We on a decline in the weight. So let me tell y'all about my workout premise. I have been working out heavy, and I'm keep forgetting about the eating part, which is weird because eating have never been a problem. So now I have to make sure I eat a meal in the morning, eat a meal in the lunchtime, eat a meal at night. I'm still stuck on eating once a day. I don't know what happened. It's just this once a day thing. I don't know if it's like a internal fear of eating too much, or I just think I forgot. So I'm working out and I'm getting this fatigue. I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta work. I gotta eat. So I was doing good at one point, then I forgot. I just be forgetting about eating, which is crazy. So I got to make sure I eat in the morning, eat afternoon, eat little small meals. But I need to get like our norm cock to remind me because I literally got up today feeling really good. I said, "Oh, I got to be at work today," so I'm going to work, waiting on my Uber, pull up to the job, and I look at the calendar. I literally look at the calendar, looking at the workday. And it was like, well, you don't supposed to be at work today. Nobody told me because it's super early. Nobody's there. I'm there before everybody. I always get to work early. If you early, you're on time. You're on time. You're late. So I'm just looking at the schedule. I ain't on the schedule. So I clock out, and I said, but let me go to the gym. Not thinking, let me go eat breakfast or something. I just hit the gym and I burned all these calories, and then I left the gym really, really tired. And so I was like Googling, and it was like, this workout fatigue because you're working out and you got to eat and all that good stuff. And I mean, I had a beautiful workout. So I have to remind myself to eat and everything. And then I was looking at school. I want to change my major from criminal justice. I don't see myself doing criminal justice, but I'm going to just finish up this course. Um, I don't even see myself doing criminal justice. I'm like, I was just doing the homework. I'm like, I don't see myself doing criminal justice, but I'm gonna finish this course. I'm gonna talk to my academic advisor and see if I can go into healthcare management to be like an administrator or something. Because I don't necessarily see myself doing criminal justice. Like I'm looking at the data, and more and more I sit and I read this stuff about criminal justice. I just don't see myself as a black man being in criminal justice. I don't see that it's for us. I don't see that industry, that career for me. But I'm still doing it. I have great grades, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not. I don't know. But I gotta think of something else because I'm literally got like a solid 2 more years and I'm done. So I'm just doing it. I'm just gonna keep doing it, and if because I don't want to start all over and do something else. I just want to just go and complete it. I don't see myself even in the career of doing it because my entertainment thing. I think I know the entertainment stuff gonna just really go off, but I just want that degree just to have it, I guess. But yeah, I did all that. But welcome everybody to the Wiley Show. I just had to look vent and everything. I look so good. Many people say, "Oh, I love the quality." So I said, "Why not use the phone? The quality is really good on the phone." But I am up. Okay, this is going to be a good one. Yes, it is, and we're going to be talking about this, and we're going to have an incredible time. So we ask you all to be patient as we go through these topics. We did the video early today because, like I said, I took a nap and I said, "Hey, I'm up. Let's go ahead and just do this video while we're here." But first of all, we got to talk about this father that said he wanted to take his son to shovel snow. And the son pretty much, this was on site, and the son was like, "Dad, I want to shovel no snow. I work a job, I'm not doing that." And I understand why the father posted whatever, but it was crazy because I read the comments, and all the comments said, "Wow, I am so heartbreaking that a father's in a household and he got a gay son. My heart is broken." And I'm like, the father should have never put the video out. I am so tired of these new parents putting out videos to embarrass their children, or when a child is venting and showing the world. That's crazy to me. I just feel like that's clout chasing. I feel like it's you doing it to go viral, you doing it for a click and a view, and it's sad. And then some parents was like, my mom would have never allowed me to talk to my parents like that. This is a new form of parenting. This generation, they talk back, they have their own mind. Clearly, this guy is a teenager, and I'm not going to question this father, his parenting skills in that regard. Like, oh, you should have got your son in order. I just feel like he should never put it on video, because when you put it on video, it opens up the door that the world get to hear your parenting and get to give their 2 cents about your parenting. And that's the piece that I want you to understand. It's okay if you want to record your child, whatever. But if y'all clearly, if you having a disagreement, don't post it because somebody's gonna be mad. And then the community is very homophobic. So I don't care what people say. The black community is very homophobic when it comes to gay stuff. So let's not even put that into the forefront. Then he's got to deal with the online bullying. He got to deal with the nasty comments, and this could have been avoided if the father wasn't thirsty to put it on the internet, which is crazy. Stop putting your children, and when they're disagreeing, just stop doing it. Just really stop. It's okay if you got. I was on TikTok, and this father and his daughter, they were doing music on TikTok. She was playing the bass guitar. I believe he was playing like the horn. They was playing some old school song. They were white. I like stuff like that. Good, tasteful, but I don't want to see you having a disagreement and you arguing and then you post it on the internet. Like that's crazy to me. Because it's like it's giving like clout. It's giving like you doing this to get some type of clout. You know what I'm saying? And um it opens that door for the world to say something, because clearly the young man is, you know what I'm saying, that he is, seen to be feminine, right? I can't, I don't know what he is because I didn't talk to him, but I can just tell by his voice, his mannerism, right? But we didn't have to hear that, is what I'm saying. Because at the end of the day, the father put this information out, and it's crazy that he did that because now it opens his son up to all of this stupidity and foolishness, and people are not being educated. And when it comes, and I want to say this because so many people always got something to say against gay people. I just, I'm so happy that I'm not extra feminine. I'm really, really happy that I'm not like extra feminine and wear nails where you just know that I'm gay, or bisexual or whatever. Most people, they're not even gonna say bisexual, they're gonna say gay, period. But I'm just so happy that I don't have feminine mannerism, like overly feminine mannerism. I used to have it when I was his age. I used to sound just like this. Whatever, dot dot dot. I used to talk just like a little girl. And then I started developing bass in my voice or whatever. But I'm just so happy that I don't have that, that overly feminine mannerism, because it's not good growing up in the hood with that. Even though I've screwed a lot of people in the hood, you know what I'm saying? When I was a teenager, I've screwed a lot of grown men, but that was in the darkness. The same grown man that I did fellatio with literally didn't pay me no mind. They even told me, don't speak to me in public. And if you do, this X, Y, and Z will happen. So I wasn't like these new queens that expose dudes. I kept that to myself. I don't think nobody would ever know they exist until maybe I write in a book and I would change the name, because some of these guys, I just went back to the hood and I saw him. And he have a family and everything. You know what I'm saying? And he's still doing what he's doing. Because he still hit me up on Jack, and I knew exactly who he was. A blank profile, but he said his nickname. And when he said that nickname, I said, "Oh, okay." He's still in get down with get down. But I personally just glad that I don't have those overly feminine mannerisms. Because it's crazy. I remember I saw a video. Not a video. Oh yeah, somebody was doing a podcast and they were talking about the barbershop and they were talking about being in a barbershop, how it wasn't a safe place back in the day. And um that's so true. I remember me. Yeah, I'm doing my show. Huh? What you want to ask me? If you straight, right, and your man freak you in the butt, don't that mean no, that means that he's just freaky. Okay. Um, she always got all these questions. So I was in a barbershop and my friend, it was gay pride. I was getting my hair cut or whatever. And my friend, he comes to the barbershop. So I'm getting my hair cut and we was gonna take the 14 Jeffrey jump to take the red line, go up north. Very feminine. You could just tell that he's just out there. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was so shamed because you should have seen the response of the barbers and the language that they used. And it was it was the most degrading thing. And I felt and I apologized to him, and he's in prison now, but I apologized to him years later. He didn't remember, but I apologized because I remember how weak I was. Because I should have said something. Hey, this is my friend. Y'all shut up. Stop being that way. But I didn't want them to say that what they were saying to him. So I just shut up. I just allowed them to degrade him and call him an F word. I don't understand. You need to be a man. Man don't wear women clothes. Like, you know, it was just, and I just stood there and didn't say nothing. And I always go back to that moment in that barbershop. And mind you, I'm on 77th and Jeffrey. It's a barbershop right on Jeffrey, if it's still there. And I'm just was over it. And then years later, I told him about it. And I said, never again will I allow that in my presence and don't say anything. And if I see an inkling of that of my barber, I will change. I will fire him immediately and go to another barbershop. Because I think that is so degrading to say. And it was so nasty how in those barbershops, and I've been to plenty barbershops and I've seen the response of people growing up getting my hair cut in Inglewood. I've seen it. I've just seen all type of crazy stuff of how they talk about gay people. Now it's not as common, it's more accepted, or meaning that a lot of these barbers are just not gonna say none. If they do, they'll wait till the person leave. But back in the day, they had said in a thing, they said, "Oh, you a man, you don't supposed to be wearing this woman clothes," and blah blah blah. And then they would start quoting scriptures, and it was a lot. It was just so crazy. But recently, when I went to Dallas, I had went to the barbershop and this guy was showing me a documentary. He was showing me a documentary of Tariq Nasheed buck breaking. I said, is it buck breaking? Now I like the documentary. But when we was watching the documentary, he decided to pause the documentary and to talk about how the white man made black gay men gay. And I challenged him on that. I said, no, sir. I said, the white man did not make black men gay. Gay people have existed for centuries before there was a such thing as the Atlantic slave trade, right? Before it was even consistent of the European dominating African people. So, I mean, there were gay people in biblical times, right? It was discussed in scripture about men, So I just don't want that idea to come out. It sounds, you know what I'm saying, because it's just not true. Um, that they made what it is. Gay people exist, and this whole thing that gays don't exist in Africa is a bunch of cap. It's all lies. I know a lot of Afro people from pro-black African people. They would say gays don't exist in Africa. That's a lie. What goes on in Africa, they keep it hush hush, but it exists in every part of that continent. gays exist. It's just how gays were in this country. Secretive, down low, a secret society. If you go back to how gays will have to operate in America, very secretly, very down low, that's how they operate in Africa, in some parts in Africa. They're just down low. It's a secret society. But now I see the spirit in Africa of a lot of the countries in Africa, right? Because it's a continent, but they have 54 some countries. You know what I'm trying to say. They want to come out and be open. You know what I'm saying? They want rights. They want representation. They want to be married. And this is not just a Western idea. This is just a world idea of they just want to be accepted. So they just want to be human. They want to be recognized. And though the African leaders they don't want it, most of them don't want it, but eventually they're going to have to give in because you can't stop it. If you can't stop it, no matter how you try to suppress it, they're going to do it. Now, I don't know how I got to that subject because when I was in the barbershop, he was so I said he said, "Well, I'm from Jamaica. We don't play that." I said, "In Jamaica, they have the same thing. They have gays everywhere. Wherever there's human existence, there is gay people. There's trans people. There's bisexual people. Period. Whatever you have humans, they're there. If they're in church, they're there. If they're in the Muslim, they're there. In every religion, gays exist. So they exist, and they're going to be here to the end of time. They're not going to go anywhere. They're going to be here to the end of time. So I got into this massive debate with this barber or whatever. He's the only barber that was there, and we were just talking and having this conversation. And he looked at me kind of weird. He was upset. I said, I don't care how upset you get. I still have to have my opinion because as a customer, you're putting on a documentary, which is fine, it's your shop. But then you want to critique and give unsolicited preaching that I don't agree with. And I never went to the shop again. Then when I pulled up to the shop, it's out of business because he had a tendency of want to preach, teach, talk about how it is in Jamaica. And I told him one day, I said, if it's so great in Jamaica, then go back to Jamaica. This is not Jamaica. This is the United States of America, meaning that we have rights. If you want to go to this whole anti whatever, go back to Jamaica. Go. Get on the boat, get on a cruise ship, get on a plane, and you can leave. And the barbershop, of course, is shut down because you're not going to attract clients with all that foolishness. They're gonna leave and go somewhere. And then I found a better barber, and I'm like, I'm glad because you need to leave because all you would do is play music, be on your phone, play these pro-black documentaries, and then you will pause it and you will get unsolicited teaching. Like I don't care nothing about it. I just want to get my hair cut. We could watch the butt breaking documentary. Yes, it has some historical facts to it. Yes, I watch it, but I don't need your unsolicited preaching or teaching because I don't agree with it. And you got to be careful when you're working and you're an entrepreneur. Don't try to bring your personal idealism in your business because you don't want to push away gay people, you don't want to push away trans people because money is money. You know what I'm saying? Money is money. Why do you think some white people fought to integrate? Because they want the black dollars. Why would they want the black dollars? Some of these white folks, they was like, well, wait, these black folks got some money. So why are we preventing them to be in it? And they brought them in, and of course the black institutions they failed. They went down the drain because we wanted to be with white folks. Well, our ancestors wanted to sit with white people, and that was the end of black entrepreneurship, the black wealth, black enterprise as we know it. Because we want to sit there. But I understand when you're in business, you have to welcome people and you got to be careful. You got to leave your religious beliefs. Whatever you have, you got to keep it inside. You can't bring that religious belief to people. You can't do it. You just can't. It's gonna mess up your business. And now, when I went to that man barbershop, it was shut down. They said not Black Wall Street on Twitter. So yes, we gonna talk about it. So I say this back to that video of that young man. I do feel for him. You know what I'm saying? Because his father shouldn't have put that video out. And I feel for my people because they're so ignorant and they say the most ignorant things. even if you are a Christian, because I used to be an ignorant Christian too. I used to be ignorant. Oh, the Bible say that, baby, you go to church, you get saved, and you live your life. Leave people alone. Unless you are a pastor, you preach the word, you give the word, you move on. Stop trying to force your idea on people. You're going to get depressed because you stop trying to force it. Just be you. Live your life. If just live it. Stop trying to force your identity on others. Now, if you go to a church, I understand you a pastor, you're gonna preach the word, do you. It's up to that person to accept the teaching or reject it. But you can't force them because they got to be willing to repent. If they're not willing, leave them alone. Go somewhere else. So I just have we have a tendency of we try to force our ideas on people that don't agree, and it's like stop it. Just stop doing it. Just you live right. You live right. All right. So I just had to say I don't know why I'm on this subject, but I when I saw the video I was a little triggered because I was in my bed and I saw the video and I'm looking at the comments and they was just one black lady said, I don't understand. I thought if the black father is in a home, then that person won't be gay. That's all cap. There's plenty fathers that's in the home and raising sons, and their son end up gay. So in some cases, that's not uncommon. That's not uncommon. So I've have a cousin whose father is a pastor of the church, and he's a down low gay guy. So, and I get, and now I'm not, I give like my uncle, I give him kind of like a pass now. So I see why you preach against it because you probably feel like a failure that your son is in a lifestyle that you preach against. So I kind of give you grace. I'm like, okay, I never had a son, I'm not a father. So you know what I'm saying? But his father is straight. His father's a pastor, work hard, whatever, and yet he is a down low gay man. So it's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? It's not. If it is something wrong with it, baby, they got a judge to go speak to, and it won't be you when they close their eyes and have to go to the judge. They got a judge on judgment day. And ain't gonna be their pastor. It's come on. All right. So that's something that we must understand as people, as Christians, as believers, is that at the end of the day, it's up to Marquise Wiley to accept Christ. If he reject Christ, that is on him, not on you. Because you preach, you taught the word, you preach. It's up to me to accept it. It's up to me to carry that cross. If I reject it, then of course there is consequences. But I must deal with the consequences because I had the free will whether to accept or whether to reject. Period. Now, I just had to say that. Now, when I look at the community, I look at I'm not. It's not uncommon for me to be a man that see women say different stuff. I will never forget it. It was a woman that came up to me, and she was talking about somebody else about being gay. And then she said, do you like men or do you like women? And I told this particular person, because we're in a professional setting, I don't get into my personal life in this professional setting. I don't. And she looked at me weird because I don't get into my bedroom in a professional setting. And it's none of your business. But you know what I'm saying? It's none of your business. And you have to be very careful how you talk to people and how that venom, how that hatred that she spoke up. And this was the same woman that came up to me. I want to do a video on a TikTok. Why would I get on a TikTok with you and you don't even like my existence or my friends or what I represent? So why should we do a TikTok? So I'm just listening to all of this stuff and I'm like, there's a lot of ignorant people. I have to cut off people that I thought was a friend. I had a homegirl, me and her worked together. And I thought that she just loved the gays. I thought she was just with us. Until one day we was in the break room and it was around Christmas. And I guess her son wanted a baby doll. And what she said to her about her son and how she said it, I ended the friendship. I blocked her, deleted her number. removed her off my Snapchat, removed her, just removed her from Facebook, and I stopped talking to her at all. I erased her from my existence. And then years later, we linked up, and she said, "Well, why did you?" I said, "Because your hatred. Why would I be friends when you hate what I represent?" You know what I'm saying? That's very hateful. So I'm gonna cut it off. I don't want to be around hateful people. Because what she was saying about her son, of course, I'm not gonna say anything what you said about your son because you the mom, you the parent. But I have a right to cut you off as a friend. I cut her off immediately because I don't like. I just don't like that when you love the gays, you always in the gays face, but then you really that true come out that you thought you didn't have, and it come out. And I said, I don't want to be your friend, and I cut her loose. And when I cut you loose, you done. Okay, I only time when she had to talk to me, it had to be in a professional setting about our job. But when we're about our job, done with you. All right. Um, let's just keep that all the way clear. So I'm just so when that happened to I said, I don't like what you said. I don't agree, so I'm gonna cut you off. Just that simple. Um, because you can't change a person. I ain't gonna get in no fight. I ain't gonna get in an argument. I'm just cut you off. I'm a man. I will cut you off quick, and I'm gonna move on. All right, especially in a professional setting. And that's why I've learned not to have, I don't do coworker friends anymore. I used to do that when I was first starting off in the business, go hang out with people. I don't do that anymore. I stopped doing that when I was in probably like 23, 24. I've been stopped doing that. You are not my friend. We're not cool. Now, if you just so happen to find my social media, you won't be accepted. If you just so happen, you won't be my friend or whatever. Now, I do get people that are very nosy. They Google me. They say different stuff. You just be nosy and just talk, but just don't let me hear it because I will rebuke you. I've done it to plenty people that found a social media post and brought it to me. And baby, when I got this, because there was this African, she found something on my social media. Oh, you supposed to be with a woman and you cannot be with a man. And I said, well, first of all, miss, we're in a professional setting. And I want to caution you to keep this professional. All right? Keep the professional because that don't have nothing to do with this professional setting. Keep your hatred to yourself. I don't want your preaching. I don't want your jello rice. I don't want your foo-foo. I don't want any of that. Because you would bring rice, foo-foo, and all. I don't want none of it. Just keep it to yourself. Please. I don't understand. Blah, 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 blah. I don't care what you just keep it to yourself. I don't want to hear it. Because you're going to a place and you're bringing it to this professional setting. I don't want to hear it. I don't sit here and I talk to Kiki. I only talk about in a professional setting. I don't talk about anything with no show. Don't bring it to me at all. When you bring it to me, I up and I leave because I get people say, "Oh, I know he got a girlfriend. He got him a girlfriend." I up and I leave and I pretend like I gotta go handle some business. I'm not going to talk about my personal life in a professional setting. I'm not going to do it. Oh, you're so quiet. He don't say nothing. Blah blah blah. He don't go out to drink. Sir. The answer is no. Why would I go out to drink with married women and y'all got dudes? I'm not doing it. So don't invite me. You in whole relationships and then you invite me and then I hear your relationship problems. So why would I get in this? I'm gonna politely decline. Like, oh, I'm so busy. I'm so busy. Oh, I can't make it. Oh no, I'm so busy. I can't do it. I'm not coming. I don't come to any of that stuff because it's drowning mess, and I don't want to get the lines blurred. Period. All right. So I'm just keeping it all the way clear. I just have to let y'all know. Now we're gonna get into the topics, child. We taking our time over here on the Wiley Show. I'm on this good old HD, and my lips is glistening. So let's talk about Hallie and Chloe. And first of all, let me tell you how Hallie and Chloe kept this as sisters, this secret with this baby. Because many people were saying how this was the best kept secret ever. Says her sister Chloe on Cloud Nine exclusive. Chloe said it was easy to keep her younger sister pregnancy under wraps, telling people, "I keep all her other secrets, so this was just another one in the books." Calling her sick, she was saying that how she didn't want to expose it because, and I think it's great. I think it's good to keep secrets, like in that instance. And if you can't tell your sister something, it's a problem. In this article, she said, admitting it was easy to keep her younger sibling secret, Chloe continued, we just ignored it. I would tell her, like, take social media off your phone. You know, I keep all her other secrets. So this was just another one in the books. Um, and then people were saying, well, what's her other secrets? It's none of our business. That's between two sisters. And what I've learned as a public figure, you don't have to share everything. Some things you don't have to share. If you want to share it, then share it. But she didn't have to. They was like, she should have told us that. No, she don't. She don't have to tell you that she's pregnant. Who are we? We are the public. This is not our sister. This is not our daughter. That's not your. You know what I'm saying? So it was like they was trying to force her to come out and say it. She was going to do it on her own timing because first of all, y'all was too judgmental of her relationship in the first place. But it's also I understand playing and on the flip coin, I get it. When you are a celebrity, people talk about your business. Like, but as a celebrity, because you are a public figure, so the public will talk about. It. I've had people talk about me and who I'm humping and who I'm with and what I don't like and da 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 da. And I don't get agitated because I'm like, hey, I'm a public figure, so I'm on the same level as Beyonce and a Chloe and a Halle. Yet they're probably in a different tax bracket than me. But as a public figure, we all public figures. You know what I'm saying? So the public gonna say stuff about you. They're gonna criticize. You're gonna dog. You're gonna do videos about you. They're gonna do all of that. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. You can't. You can't stop it. So let's keep that all the way clear. They said, Wiley, you are insane. Gisela Rice, they said, her frame is too small to hide it. No one really cares. The only celebrity who managed to keep the regular secret is Scott. Yeah, but who cares? You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful baby. Her boyfriend is good looking. He would definitely be a 10 if he get a six pack, but he already a 9.5. If he a 10, get it. But he have a good swag. I love his swag. More like a bad boy swag, but like a geek. You know. I love it. I love Chloe. I love Halle. Chloe is, what I'm saying, thick. I would love to, be with her one day, but I ain't got enough money. But anyway, um, but at the end of the day, I'm happy for them. And I don't even know why this is news, but they're celebrities. So the threshold is different. Back in the day, they used to talk about celebrities. The only difference was it wasn't social media. So let's get into this other news that I saw down my timeline. We got to talk about Senator Tim Scott. Now, everybody was talking about how he got engaged by Minnie. What was this white woman name? I think her name, Mindy. He got engaged with the white woman. And many people were saying he is an introvert. He said as a guy who is mostly introvert and quiet, so I have to have a conversation about the engagement is a little, uncomfortable in a way, but it's the most exciting thing I'll do with my life besides making Jesus my Lord. Now I get why Senator Tim Scott got married or getting married. You cannot be a openly gay. If he is openly gay, you will not be successful as a Republican candidate, as a Republican, as a politician in the Republican Party. Even though there are gay Republicans, I've slept with plenty of them. The only difference is we don't want it to come out of the closet, out of the darkness, shining that light. So just pretend you like Becky with the good hair. We all know you like to get your bread basket tampered with by sausage. But just play the game for the optics. Senator Tim Scott, he is working behind the scenes to be the vice president. He wants to be on President Donald J. Trump ticket. He wanted to be a Trump and Scott ticket. In order to be on the short list, you have to have a woman on your side. Period. And the reason why he is on the short list, because he is a black senator. Black man senator. Black man senator. He have resume, He's a black guy. He easily could be controlled. He will support the conservative agenda, and he is black. He a man, and we want that base. We want that base. So what way to pull a couple of black men away from the Democratic Party by adding a Senator Tim Scott that know how to talk to a certain class of black men. There's different classes of black men. So that's why he's getting married to a Becky, right? So I'm not shocked. He's on the short list. It's other people that's on. It's a congressman. I'm gonna post him on my website. I'm gonna do a prediction. It's another congressman that's on my mind. He's a Republican. I don't know if he's from Texas, but it's a couple of them. They really want a black man to be on the ticket because President Biden got a black woman. So the Republicans got to pull. We got to show that we into some integration. We got to show that we want that we're allied Black America. We got to have the good optics. And Senator Scott is not overly racist like a DeSantis. Okay, he's not overly racist, right? So even though he has some very, he's not overly racist. You don't think of a racist when you think of Senator Tim Scott. So he's easily to be sold in the South to sell the policy, and that's kind of weird that I said sold in the South, but to sell Trump policy, his to promote his agenda. Uh, so I can see why it's going to happen that way because I know Kamala Harris, she got the black women on a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh my God, we all about that multicultural thing. So the Republic can't be looking like the old white man's club. So whoever Trump picked, in order to get some freshness in it instead of getting a boring white guy, I say get a black man, give it to Senator Tim Scott. I mean, why not? Give it to him. Let him do it. I think he would be great as a VP. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he would be controlled. He would be a conservative. Who cares? It would make it interesting for the Republicans. It would just make it interesting, and it would make it interesting of how they will try to compete for that black vote. Because again, we're still the backbone of the Democratic Party. So I will see. We shall see. But I don't believe he's into women. No, I don't believe it. But he's doing what he got to do to show that he don't want to be ostracized from the Republican Party. I get go ahead, do back with the dead. I've seen plenty of dudes marry women that wasn't into women. I had a former best friend, the one that violated my sister. He married a woman. He wasn't into women at all. Then dump her and got a new woman and still deal with man, little children on the side. So it's sick, but people do it, and it's just crazy. There's plenty of women that are beers for folks. So period. All right. Now let's go to another topic here. The father one. I got to get into the Wendy Williams piece again. This morning, I just want to say that basically, if you all did not know that Wendy Williams moved back to Florida temporarily to recoup. It's been over 200 days and nobody have seen or heard from Wendy Williams. So Miss Jones, radio personality Miss Jones, pulled up to her building, and they had recently rekindled a friendship. Y'all know they went together. Y'all already know her husband wanted to hire a hitman to take her out. But Wendy Williams had having her over to her place before. They took a picture. So the front door man tell Miss Jones that she's a few months too late because Wendy has have moved. Her family took issue with not being able to, reach her in New York, and she been surrounded by people that they don't know or trust. Miss Jones went snooping around as Miss Jones do around the building to talk to Wendy neighbors and other workers in the building. And Wendy was getting better at one point, but she went back to drinking. Ms. Jones go on to tell that Wendy over the air that she won and Kevin can't access her money. The judge has shut him down and she can stop now. The jig is up. So many people are saying that Wendy is pretending to be to not pay the husband. But I personally don't think that Wendy will sit back and watch all her hard work, all her show, self-destruct to be given to someone else over money. I don't believe it. I just don't see it. Not to mention she have a long stand had Long started to show signs of mental and speech decline when her show was on air. It was so bad, I had to stop watching, period, because it was terrible. She was slurring, she was falling out, she was forgetful, she went on multiple hiatus. So clearly, it was something wrong with Wendy Williams. So it's just a big reach that it's this. Oh, she only pretended to be fake to go down to not pay her husband. I don't believe that at all. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. I just don't. It is so many other things. I don't believe it at all. I think that hearing that her husband cheating got pregnant, she felt like a failure, and it just drove her crazy. I've seen many women were doing good. Soon that man cheat and get a woman pregnant, they whole mind just go, "Ooh." It's triggered to them to go on the cuckoo side, the drinking side. So that's the point that we're going on. Okay. So if this is all a plot, she had been fighting to get her money. I don't think she ever want outside to get her money. I don't. I don't think she wanted outside to control her finances. I don't. I think if she was in her right mind, no. I think that she just lost it. She lost it. All right. So she really, really lost it. And there's nothing I can say. Now we got to talk about Kodak Black. He want the judge. I posted this on wilderthetroll.com. So he pretty much want the judge to change the charge. I think he want the judge to like change the charge. And let me pull up the article, you guys. Because he want the judge to pretty much change um the charge and charge with something else. So he want a dismissal of of one of the charges. Y'all know he got you know he's trying to say it was another thing instead of the cocoa. So and they talk about lab test oxycodone instead of the cocoa. So he want the judge to do a dismissal. I'm just over just Kodak Black because this man was on the right track. Trump helped him, but baby, it's nothing. You can get him off on this charge, Mr. Lawyer. He gonna go right back into the courts because he's an addict. He's a whole addict, and I believe he was violated. I believe he got his breadbasket temporary in prison. I believe he will never be open to say it. I believe they really destroyed him mentally, physically, and in the bedroom. And he just drove him to just to being an addict. Instead of him getting the counseling and the therapy, and he can't come out and say that actually happened to him in prison. Because if he said it actually happened to him in prison, many people would label him as being part of the Rainbow Coalition. So I am praying for him that he gets off the cocoa because it's dangerous. He's a very talented rapper, but unfortunately, he's an addict, and it's destroying him. It's not even cool. It's just taking him out, and he's constantly going back and forth with the law. Because when you keep when you become an addict, you become a whole criminal. You get into start doing criminal behavior, and that's the whole point with him. You start getting into the criminal behavior. Now let's get into this. And we're gonna pray for Kodak. Make sure y'all pray for Kodak. Like, put him in your fast, put him in your prayer, because he's gonna need it. He's definitely gonna need it. Now let's talk about um K Michelle. Now K Michelle actually is messing with her face. I stood up for K Michelle. I said, yes, this black woman is taking her health serious. She is no longer doing the plastic. She is just taking her health serious. Then what happened? She make a video today. She said, I'm putting fillers in my face. Now you just had to get a wound vac, staples, get stitched up. You did a whole show. Now you talking about your face? Now you talking about you doing fillers for your face? I just I just don't understand. You did something that was affecting your body because you said it on the real on these different shows. Then you say, yeah, but I like to fillers, but I don't do it too much. And I can tell that you're doing something to your face. It look disgusting. Look, a blow up, melted baby doll. And I just don't understand why y'all keep playing with y'all body. Like, what happened? Just going gracefully. You know what I'm saying? Just getting gray hair gracefully. Just, just getting wrinkles just gracefully. Why play with your body? And then it's terrible. Who telling y'all that y'all look good? Because you don't. You don't look good at all. I don't understand. I have a friend. He does get fillers in the same, and I can tell he got fillers. Good looking guy. I'm like, you don't need to do no fillers. Who said you need to do fillers? You don't need to. You as a whole woman, a beautiful woman, naturally, before she gets fit, you didn't need to do that. You a whole beautiful woman. And this is the crazy part. Crazy on all fronts. But people think that is okay, because Wiley, you don't understand. You're not in the industry. This is the new look. But you look sick. You look disgusting. Look at Lil' Kim. I guarantee she regret doing that surgery. I can just guarantee you. K Michelle, you look terrible with those the fillers. It's terrible. K Michelle, stop playing with your face. You blocked me on Twitter because and we on Instagram. Stop playing with your face. You from Memphis. Memphis people don't do that. Only thing Memphis people supposed to do, make barbecue and then rob you. That's the only people they doing in Memphis. Good old barbecue and for you to get robbed. Come on. That's about it in Memphis. You're gonna get robbed, they're gonna take your car, they don't care nothing about no ring cameras. They're gonna pull out the heat, the pow pow in front of the camera and dare you to come outside. And then you go to their house and eat some barbecue with your grill that they stole. And you just bring the barbecue sauce. But you went from Memphis to California and start playing with your face. Tic tac toe with your jawline. And it's crazy. And you're just wasting money. You unrecognizable in Memphis. And you're a disgrace to Memphis, Tennessee. A disgrace. Playing with your face. Whew. Let me move on because I know she's gonna cuss me because she cussed me out on Twitter and blocked me. Yes, she did. She cussed me out and blocked me on Twitter. That woman cussed me out and blocked me on Twitter. She still got me on Instagram because I ain't pull that on Instagram. I ain't tagged on Instagram. But when she cussed me out on Twitter, she blocked me. And she still didn't unblock me. And I never begged her to get it back. I'm not gonna beg you. You disgusting little melted plastic face heifer. Now, hey everybody! I gotta talk about now. We going over to the B sector, you guys, in this particular subject. Um, I want to talk about a former friend of mine's in the B sector, former friend, VS. She have me and her. We made money together, not a lot of money. She may have made a lot of money. I've never made a lot of money with her. She may have made more money. I can believe it. Her people gave more because she was a woman. They wanted to sleep with her. Lady was giving her pension, social security check. Another lady took out of her retirement fund, gave to VS. So she made a lot of money. I didn't make that type of money because again, I didn't have a yoni. So they weren't into me. They was into her. Most of the women, they were all yoni eaters and it would give money. So I wake up this morning to my VS sources and viewers that been watching me since TSCC days and Wiley days. These people, when they call me, I know it's beef sector related. When I got woken up with these multiple phone calls, I said, this is beef sector related. And I said, go ahead, give me the beef. And so this person woke me up. We on the phone. And she said, VS did an interview with Armand Wiggins' deranged stalker. And he mentioned you, said he's going to whoop you in Vegas. He got bail money. And I'm just listening. I'm like, I'm listening to all this type of stuff. And I'm like, so I said, well, let me go and watch. You know what I'm saying? And I'm listening. I'm watching. I'm like, why mention my name in this interview? I have nothing to do with this interview. This deranged, sick stalker. Deranged, sick stalker. And I literally blame Armand Wiggins because this man had the thing to silence the stalker. He embraced the stalker. This is why I'm on Armand Wiggins' neck. Because that was a dumb move. Then he's dogging Armand Wiggins out. Oh, Armand, he was playing this, not that. Stop doing this. Armand, that make you look dumb and weak. Pathetic. You endorsed this sick psycho. Then the sick psycho was talking about, what was the lady? Cupcake. Now, Cupcake made up with Armand Wiggins. She was the one that told the T that this sick psycho tried to put fake criminal charges against him. Then this sick psycho said, I lost in court with Sean Davy Way. I lost in court. So you're not that smart as an attorney because I thought, which you wasn't a good attorney anyway, because you got caught for being a fraudulent attorney and filing fake false documents. So, but you lose in court with Sean Davy Way. Now, Sean Davy Way spent thousands of dollars to sue you, and he didn't get nothing from it. These dudes, I couldn't believe it. And I had to text Sean Davy Way. I'm like, you spending $8,000 to $10,000 to sue a sick psycho? Block him and move on. Bruh, you got almost 200,000 followers. Why are you going to the gutter? I just don't understand that. Bruh, you solidified. You got your name by doing documentaries and you suing a sick psycho stalker? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like that that doesn't make any sense, bruh. You already up there. I just don't understand why address garbage. And so when he had called me and he said, I want to bring you on my show. I said, I'm not coming on that show. Unless it's on the Sean David Way YouTube channel, then I come. I'm not coming on no third grade, third brand show. Baby, if you can't put me on your stream, on your YouTube show, the answer is hell no in my Sophia voice. But I will tell you this though, you did a stupid move suing this sick psycho. There's no need for me to come on that show. For what? Put me on the YouTube, then I come. Drop me a link. But when I go back to the VS situation, I understand she's bitter. She's upset because she got arrested for whooping on a senior citizen and they banned her for 6 years. I think 3 years off the internet. And she's still upset at me about it. Baby, you whooped that old lady at IHOP. You couldn't afford no attorney. You had to get a public defender in Virginia. You did that. You did it. You whooped that lady at IHOP in Virginia. in the most racist red counties in Virginia. Then all of your ops, Fabe, Jay Wilson, Sean Bradley, Club Chat, the Treacies of the world, bombarded the case, the courts, with you whooping this all, and they said you was an online. I'm not gonna say the word, but it starts with a T. You was an online T word. I ain't gonna say the word. And they banned you for 3 years. You take that out on the people that call the courts and the judge. If you don't know who VS is, this beef sector stuff. But the people in the beef sector know who she is. This beef sector stuff. When I say beef sector, it's not T stuff. This is beef sector. But I'm going to tell you the story anyway, because my name was mentioned in the beef sector. Yet again, I don't hardly be in that sector, but my name come up every other day. This woman got to talk about Wiley. She won't pick up the phone. She won't bring me on her StreamYard. She avoid me. But yes, she got to talk about me. Yes, she got to mention me. Then they bringing up Jaguar, Wright. She in Chicago. My name being mentioned with Jag. And I'm like, this is crazy. Jag got me on her Instagram about a week ago, a couple of days ago. She getting mad. Half these people that Jag argue with, I don't know. But I get on the phone with her because she came on my show about 1 or 2 times. So if she ever call me, if I'm available, I come on her IG. But I know Jag, and I know how she is. I don't take what Jag says serious at all. You got to be slow, sick, and cuckoo if you take what Jag say serious. If Jag can get you cussing and get you upset, you got to be cuckoo, slow, all type of things. If Jack don't get me upset, ain't nothing Jack can say to get me upset because I know what she's dealing with. Just Google her family and what her family said about her. The lady bathed in her ashes, her son ashes. So ain't nothing that she can say to get me upset because I know how she is. I know what kind of illness she has. She have said it. Anytime that you have schizophrenia or schizophrenia, they make up the most outrageous stories. That's what they do. When you have schizophrenia, you will make up 55 billions. I've been in mental institutions as not as often as Jag. And the people with schizophrenia, they have the best story. They would take over the groups. The when we have group, they dominate the group. They had conspiracies out this world. I have some of what they said in my journals. So ain't no use to me talking because they gonna take over the conversation, especially those that just come in and that medicine ain't working. Baby, they got stories. One lady said she was with John F. Kennedy and she loved John F. Kennedy and she cooked for John F. Kennedy, and the lady was 40 years old. And I'm ignorant. So I'm in there saying, well, what kind of food did John F. Kennedy, the president, like? Did he like your fried chicken? Oh, yeah, he loved my fried chicken. And John F. Kennedy, baby, when I was coming in the White House, they didn't really like, and she had a whole story. And then one time I came to the gate, I didn't have no flour. Then I had to talk to the cook in the kitchen, and the cook gave me the flour. And John F. Kennedy said he loved my fried chicken. The lady was 40 years old. Ain't no in the world she. But in her mind, in her mind, she cooked for John F. Kennedy. So ain't nothing that you can do. You can't stop how Jack operates. Anytime you get on the phone with Jack, she got an answer, she got a story, and that's her. In her mind, it's the truth. So when I get and have these conversations, and I got word that VS was talking about me in the broadcast today. Oh, yes, so whenever she did the video, I'm listening to VS. Oh, yeah, Wiley, he turned against me. VS, you turned against your own self. You committed a crime. You did your time. Get over it. We over IHOP. You survived. You got a felony on your record. Baby, that's your fault. You did that. Interviewing a sick psycho that lied and said he knew the people from Zeus. Lie. I had a connection with Zeus. Another lie. Then you neglect your relationship with Zeus to whoop on Armand Wiggins. That don't even make any sense. Then he said, I got celebrity photos in my phone that I never released. I've done high budgeted movies that I got sued. You know you didn't. Stop that straight cat. Stop the lies. Baby, if you did all that, why are you not successful in Hollywood on YouTube talking about Wiley and want to whoop on Armand? Let's stop with this. Let's stop with the lies. You just like Jag make up these stories that if you didn't know no better, you would believe it. But once you look at it and be like, if you're this successful in Hollywood, then why you ain't got the Hollywood production on your YouTube channel? Why, I mean, why are you not in high budget movies? Baby, why you don't have Tubi films? And then when I'm listening to this man talk, and I blame Armand because he did it. He do stupid stuff. Maybe he was doing the cocoa. I don't know. This man said, I called Armand Wiggins. I just graduated from film school and I want to do some Hollywood. He ain't gonna do no Hollywood stuff with you sick psycho. That's what you are. That man took one picture, he left you alone. He's not going to attach you to the brand. And so he kind of regret even linking up with you because it made him look dumb, made his boyfriend look weak. You were 6. He's not your friend. He did that to calm you down, and it worked. I think. I don't know. But that's all they talk about is when you ran up on Armando. That's all they gonna bring up is when you ran up and got done up by the boyfriend. Like, come on, bruh. Then the man talking about, I'm coming to Vegas. I got my bail money. You don't have the money. You didn't even have the money to fight a lawsuit with Sean Davy Wade. Stop doing this to yourself, man. Then the man said, a walking contradiction. I change. I don't do that no more. I'm revamping my platform. When you gonna revamp? You just send vicious threats, saying you got the bail money ready, you got the guy with the cell phone, and all that type of stuff. I'm like, have several seats. Have several seats. Just have it. Sit down and get you some common sense. You're bringing this clubhouse mindset to YouTube and it's not working. It's not working. You have got in multiple lawsuits and lost them. No friends. You did not get a sit down on Armand's show that you wanted. And all you have, you right back talking about Wiley and Jag. And that's not even giving the views no more because people gonna move on from the Jag saga. It's nothing new that she can bring unless she gonna be running into DeSoto police officer and they pull out a tase. Other than that, the Jaguar Wright saga is dwindling down because she ain't got no more cuckoo nest stuff going on yet. Until she not taking that medicine, until she really get triggered and the cops show up and the K9 units come, then you will see Jag getting back more popular. Till then, ain't nobody checking for Jag like that. Only people that checking for Jag got a condition like Jag got, and they just undiagnosed. And they could be diagnosed, they just ain't taking the medication like Jag. And then people say, help her find a home. Jag don't want no home. In her mind, she already got one. Y'all don't understand people that with mental issues. And it makes me, I'm like, this is help her find. In her mind, she told me she don't need a home. She got a mansion. So just shut up, Let her be out there going to shelter, motel. When I called on the phone, Jack, you need to play. Oh, no, I ain't gonna worry about no play. I'm living with the Tupac bodyguard. Tupac people, they put me on in the mansion. We getting ready for the tribe. Blah, 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 blah. Ain't nothing you can hit about no play. And her man, she got a mansion with 55,000 rooms in it. You just man your business. Y'all just take it what she say. Don't do it. You will lose every inkling of common sense if you try to follow that rabbit hole that Jag did. Only thing when I look at Jag, entertainment, I get a good laugh, and baby, I'm done. Cause 100% what she talk about is all it fantasies in her head. That's it. She gonna travel the state to state and all that, and then you can do it. But when I went to the B sector, and I'm listening to VS, and I'm listening to VS, and I see she having an identity crisis. Did she want to do pro-black sector, MO3 sector, B sector? Because she's trying to find her identity. You know, it was hard being off the internet for 3 years and trying to get back into the mix and trying to go back to the trolling, but she don't do too much trolling because she don't want to go back to prison. I mean, she don't want to go to prison because she have a strong case that if she go harder on somebody, so hard they just go to the criminal courts, and she don't want to go back to jail and get back on probation. And most people that's afraid of it, afraid of what? What to be afraid of? This is a woman with a felony on her record for beating up a senior citizen. And it was on camera. Sat on a woman. Did she get a kidnap charge? When that lady couldn't move, they slapped a kidnap charge on her. They said because you did not let that lady move, you didn't get up of her, you kidnapped her according to the law. I think it was kidnap or false imprisonment. It was one of them. They put a strong charge on that woman. So that's the whole thing. Nobody told that woman to come up to the IHOP. She did that on her own. That's a grown woman, senior citizen. She went up to the IHOP. She walked away, VS. You followed her, hit her with a plate of pancakes, and sat on her. You did it. Take the L. And regret that you did that. Because the lady got up, she walked away, turned her back, was going to her vehicle, was going to her handicapped van, the Pace van, handicapped van, you know, when they pick up handicapped people. You hit her with a pan of pancakes, plate of pancakes, and you sat on her. And them innocent, frightened white folks get off of that lady. I'm BS. You ain't gonna come against me. I'm just looking at this. I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. And then you got arrested that day. And you couldn't even get home to your children. Your mother had to flee to get to your house because a stranger had to watch your children. Because you got arrested. You got arrested. And you sat on the woman. You sat on her. Hit her with the plate of pancakes. A senior citizen. Senior. An old lady. That was a civil rights worker. She was used to sign out folks in the 60s to vote. Didn't know that she was going to get slapped with a pan of pancakes by a deranged ex-military personnel. So I just don't understand. So that's the whole piece with VS. She's mad at because she blamed me. I did not tell that woman to go to IHOP. I didn't even know she was going. The only thing I knew about that woman, about you and her saga, she called me. I was in the hospital getting my medicine, my bipolar meds, so I could be calm. So I won't be slapping people with pancakes. And she said, Wiley, I asked VS because I know she lived by me. I'm about to move I'm about to downsize, and I want to give her some furniture. And VS told me, quote, go delete yourself. And then she said, I don't know why would she say this. I never followed her children. Baba, I said, just leave her alone. If she don't want your furniture, she don't want your stinky furniture. Whatever, stop calling me with this drama. So about a couple of weeks after that, she pulled up to the IHOP. VS meet this deranged stalker. She just met this deranged stalker. Met at IHOP, was screaming, and said, yeah, we in the area. The lady knew the IHOP that she was at, because VS all outside. She showed with them dark shades. So I just want to know what is what. What you mean? And then the deranged says, just leave us alone. No, you said I was calling you because I'm here. What's up? I pulled up. What up? Just leave us alone. Just leave. Whatever. Whatever. It's like that. What you want to do? I'm here. What you got to say, VS? If VS trying to drink a coffee and eat up pancakes, lady was antagonized. But the lady was like, you know what? I'm out of here. It was all on camera. She had her phone, club chat, put a battery in her back in the chat. She struggled to get up. Next thing I know, the same pancake that VS was eating on, she hit the lady like a chair in the WWE wrestling match. Waka! Next thing I know, the lady, she fumbled outside, in the little area, the little hallway area. And then VS, no, you're going to do that to me. I'm going to throw you in. Woo-ha! And then she shut on the lady. Then the lady, get off of me. Get off of me. Don't you get off of me. Stop sitting on me. And then all the white servers, innocent white servers, see these two black folks sit on the lady. Get off her, ma'am. Get off of her. She injured. And I get a phone call. I'm going to keep telling this same story. I get a phone call. She's in the ambulance. I said, because our kids was in there. I do remember that kids. And so I said, go down. She said, Wally, what did I do? Should I press charges? I said, press charges. If she hit you with a plate of pancakes, press charges. That's an assault. And she sat on me, and I'm injured. I'm hurt. I'm dizzy. I think I'm about to have a seizure or whatever. I said, press charges. The detective get on the phone. I said, this is the YouTuber. He asked me who the YouTuber was. I sent the YouTuber information, just her name. But everybody else, when they got word, baby, they sent videos. They went to the courts. They reached out to the judge. They reached out to the prosecutor. Baby, they was on it. About 55,000 messages. So when she was in jail, one of the officers in Virginia came to her and said, oh, you famous, huh? You think you all that because you now you in my house. I run this. Your name is Susie what? Your name is inmate. And they was talking to her bad, serving her cold sandwiches with ice still on it, molded bread. You gonna wish I run this. You think you run these YouTube streets? This is my cell, my sheets. And she had to go through all that. And so she went through a very traumatic experience because TSCC, they withdrew their funding. They did not fund her to get no lawyer. They didn't fund her to do none of that. They all ran. They got afraid. They all ran. And Phi Babe and Babe Nation and Tracy, The ops, they came strong. Sean Bradley and Club Chat, lawyers, engineers, they got portfolios worth 5.5 million. Numerous millionaires that's over there at Club Chat. And they just like to watch Sean Bradley and they like to be entertained by Wiley, but they whole millionaires. Baby, they was reaching out to the attorney general in Virginia, the governor of Virginia. They made sure because they were still mad at VS calling Sean Bradley John Gacy. So they needed a moment. At first, they did the restraining order. They did the restraining. That didn't really get VS. So they really came. They said, "Oh, we got it." They gave them a hard. They wrote letters to the judge. They went to the court. The court was packed with beef sector people. And guess what? VS went down. 3 years she couldn't be on. I never heard of this because wasn't really that bad. Yeah, did the lady get hit with the pancakes? Yes, but it wasn't really that bad. I don't think. But that judge said, "No, baby. 3 years off the internet." She couldn't even send an email. She couldn't even send a PayPal. She couldn't even send a Cash App. They said you bet not send a Yahoo, a Hotmail, a Google. You better not be there at all. And that's pretty much what happened to VS. And here she coming on here. She ain't taking down on Shireen because she don't want Shireen filing new charges. And the judge, that same judge that she hit the lady with the pancake, is gonna go right back to that magistrate, that judge, and she gonna go down off the internet again. So who she got to give it to? Wiley. This and Wiley track, and then she was embarrassed because she was in the beach sector, and I dragged her in the beach sector because she up there trying to think that she was going to come against these people in the beach sector, and I stood up to her. I'm like, you have a whole felony. You committed a vicious crime against Evelyn. And she was mad about it because I stood up to her, and I tell these weak folks they can't stand up to her. What you scared of this lady for? She ain't that tough. She's a human being. Yes, she got a little swollen, gained weight. You know, prison food would do that to you. All them extra calories and stuff. You know, when you get out of jail and prison, you never hardly had McDonald's in 3 years, so you got to eat McDonald's and eat 4 for $4 and eat 3, 5 sweet potato pies and apples and apple pie. You got to really eat. All them choke sandwiches you was eating, so you really eat. So she got a little plus size, a little chunky. Now she kind of losing it back. And then she kept showing a picture with me and her, which is okay. I'm not running from the relationship. It's over because VS bit into the relationship because Sean Bradley said, Wiley, you messed up another bag because you sent Susie my information because they kept thinking I would send VS information. I never sent her nothing. She had her own people to send information. You messed up a bag. Somebody was going to work and do a documentary for you, messed up a bag. So VS went early with them puppies in the kitchen. She used to breed puppies for a living. To get a little coin, because you know with Section 8 you can't really be having a job because they'll jack up your rent. So on the side she would breed puppies. It's like sell puppies on the block in the county. She would sell puppies and stuff like that. So she was breeding her puppies, and she woke up in the morning while she was breeding the puppies. I think one of the dogs was in labor and was about to have about a lot of puppies. And she said, "You know what, guys? Hello, welcome to my chat. We're gonna dump Wiley. We're gonna let Wiley go so he can grow. We're holding Wiley back, and we're gonna let him go. Boy, he can grow." Then she went outside to the garden. She had rotten cabbages, rotten corn. Then she up over there. Hello, y'all. I'm doing my garden. Y'all see my fruit coming in. It was rotten fruits, worms, everything was on there. We're gonna let Wiley go so he can grow. Oh my God, do y'all love my squash? And she would show the squash. Woman empowerment. We're just gonna let him go. We just and I'm like, this, and it's like it's whatever. Um, I moved on with my life. I left the beat sector once I did a show with Sean Bradley, and we was a part of a show. I wanted to leave. Once I was in this mansion, I wanted something better. I'm more than just talking about the Jay Wilsons, the five babes, the Tracy's, and all of that. It was hard for me to grow in the beat. You couldn't even get no more than 10,000 subscribers in the beat set. It's a very limited audience. Yes, they donate, but I wanted more. So I leave the beat sector and I've been doing T celebrity gossip forever, like since then, right? I don't talk about the beat sector anymore like I used to because it's ain't the beat sector no more. They all done. The trolls took over and they don't come on camera no more. So I focus more so on my skills, on trending news, trending topics, and etc. But I just had to tell y'all that because I know people say, "Hey, they missed me," but when the beats start to come on camera or whatever, then I do. Only reason I can talk about VS because the woman still come on camera. Is she beautiful? Yes. Is she a little delusional? Absolutely, she's a little delusional. Um, do I feel like she put a little sauce on the DC gate? Absolutely, she put a little sauce on the DC gate. But that's what we do. We are entertainers. We put sauce on the stories, right? That was what made VS and myself very iconic in the B sector because I was a baby face with her, but then I turned into a heel. So our roasting was iconic. Our Thanksgiving roast was iconic. It was iconic because I did not want to kiss her butt. I've always been independent. Everybody had groups. You had the club chat, you had the Rider Lives, you had the Treese's Pieces, you had Mother, and you just had Wiley. I always stood on my 2 feet. One foot was twisted, one leg, she said one leg bigger than the other one. That's a lie. One foot is twisted. But I'm just so happy because we went toe to toe with her, and it was entertaining for what it was. But I get it. She want to bring my name up for engagements. I get it. Have a happy. But I invited her on the show. I said she can come on the show anytime. She can hit the link. She can call in. We invited her. She act like we don't exist. She act like all this type of stuff is whatever. But nevertheless, I was off the chain in the beat sector. My resume speaks for itself. Just like when I tell these people, y'all don't know, baby, Wiley would get down with the get down in the beat sector. But I've outgrown it. I evolved from it. And this is why I'm doing it on the phone too, to give the beat sector a memory when we used to go on the phone. There were no pictures, there wasn't no showing no videos, there wasn't no intro. Baby, it was just you and going live. That was it, baby. It wasn't no, let's put the banner in it, let's put the cast over. Baby, it was just you up on there dominating the audience. It wasn't no pictures, no nothing, baby. You had to do everything off the dome. So I just doing that just to show y'all that spirit of just reminding people of that moment. But it's just you want to interview people about us and all of this and stuff and about Vegas and all of that, which is fine. But I will say this to the deranged stalker, baby. Just focus on your content, baby. Focus on your content. See, this is why I do politics, but then I go on this channel. Baby, you do mess. You just do mess. It just be messy. This is what you do. You have not changed. You're still a deranged stalker, a sick deranged stalker. And you got done up by Armand Wickens' boyfriend. That publicist threw them in. That's the publicist boxer. That publicist put on them boxing and doo-doo, bop, 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 and he had that swollen face. It's whatever. So whenever I do go to LA, which will be very soon, I'm going to bow down to that man and I'm going to ask Armand Wickens' boyfriend. I'm gonna ask him for a picture, and I'm gonna embrace him with a hug and kiss him on his cheek. And I'm gonna ask his boyfriend to sign my boxing gloves because the way he bop 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 that stalker, he's gonna have to sign my boxing gloves. So I'm gonna bring me some ruby red with pink trim and roses on my box glove, and I want him to sign it in cursive writing, my boxing gloves. So I can't wait to go to LA. He will be signing my and I'm going to embrace that brother a kiss on his cheek. I'm going to embrace because what he did, it was amazing. Okay. I'm going to definitely embrace that brother on the cheek. And I'm going to, and then I'm going to be his servant for a day. And I'm going to be able to bring him some water. I'm going to be able to bring him some hot coffee. And I'm also going to be able to bring him some good dinner, hot dinner. And I'm going to make sure his lunch will be hot and ready. Okay. Now, I wish VS, I wish her well. I wish her all the success in her endeavors. And I wish her well. I mean, she is someone that will always have a place in my heart. She and I met in DC. We met multiple times in DC. So she will always have a little piece of my heart. But you know, it is what it is. I've tried to invite her for the DC reunion. She have not responded to our emails. We try to bring her to the DC. We're going to do a reunion for DC. We're trying to get Rico. We're trying to do a DC reunion of all the cast members. We're already talking to Chocolate Bay to get him to come to do the DC. We hope that he's well enough to make it to the DC reunion. We are working very hard to get Lukerman, the one that put his fingers in my breadbasket. We're trying to get him to come to the. We're trying to get him to come to the DC reunion. We already got the host for it. We got the camera. We got the studio. We're trying to do a DC reunion to talk about it, and we want VS to be on there. I've already talked to QI. She says she don't know at the very moment. She did tell me, QI did tell me, she said, VS do it, I do it. So we just waiting on VS to do it. I mean, she's the leading lady. I'm the leading guy. She's the leading lady. So we're waiting on her to respond. Once she give us a date, then we could be doing it in the summertime, right? We could definitely do it in the summertime of this year to go to do the DC Gate Part 2. Because everybody, that I would bring new characters to the DC Gate Part 2. So again, if Tushy answer the phone and text me back or email me, we'll do it in Part 2. All right. So we thank y'all so very much. If anybody want to call in, now is the time for you all to call in. If you want to call in, moderators, you can post the number in the screen here. You want to call in. I love you all dearly. But our name yet was mentioned in the B sector yet again. So we have to make sure to talk about the B sector because, again, that is my family. I love the B sector. I think the B sector it will always be a family. You know what I'm saying? I've loved the B sector. I mean, the B sector was there for me in my time of need. And I do want to thank them. I do want to thank the new queen of the B sector, Brianna Pettyville. She's the new queen of the B sector. I definitely want to thank them. I also want to thank King Roman. We crowned him the new king of the B sector. We have already called him and crowned him. I retired so from being the king of the B sector, and I appointed King Roman News to be the king of the B sector. We wanted Uncle Tim to be the king, but due to the fact that he's already up in age, he refused to do it. He said he cannot be the new king of the B sector. He wants. He said give it to somebody younger. So I talked to my team, and we have appointed King Roman News as the new king of the B sector. We didn't want any trolls, faceless people. They had to have a face. So we did deem them as the king, and so we will have our coalition. We will have our coalition for the king and the queen, and I will announce that program. We will have an official ceremony of me anointing King Roman News, the king of the B sector, and we will be anointing Brianna Pettyville as the queen of the B sector. So I will let you all know. The flyer will drop soon. We will be making our return on the B sector just for that celebration, and then I will officially retire from the B sector. So again, we will anoint them and everything like that. I'm just waiting on to get everything, the program for that, and that is going to be that program. So we will send invitations to all the moderators, former moderators of the Wiley Show, and we will send it to all the content creators and to see what they do attend. We are talking to Jay Wilson, Pastor Jay, so he can open up the prayer for the core, for the ceremony. He have not responded of opening up the prayer for us. So again, if he can't do it, then we will probably get somebody else to open up the prayer. But we pretty much, since he said he is a pastor, since he got his degree from Strager University, Jack University, we will allow him to open up with the prayer. Okay, I'll open up with the prayer, what I'm saying, like that. We would definitely allow him to open up with the prayer. But if he refused to open up with the prayer, we will let Mother. She could put on her wig, her Kodak wig, and she could open up with the prayer at this appropriate time. So again, we're working very hard in the B sector and everything like that. So we will announce that again. We will anoint Brianna Pettyville as the queen of the B sector, and we will anoint the King Roman News. And one of the reasons how I anointed of these people. I anointed them because again they show on camera, right? They show their face on camera. So those will be the two I will anoint on the particular beef sector. Okay. They said you outed Jay Wilson. I did. I don't apologize for that. Next question. Grown man on here discussing other men, typical channel never. Okay, yes, I see you understand. Welcome to the show. All right, anybody else that want to come on the show, and I will be sending invitations. If you want to be a part of this program, please email me at wileyshowproduction@gmail.com. We will make that announcement. It's going to be a powerful conversation. It's going to be a powerful program, and so y'all know how we do it over here. We do it big. And so I've already will be officially sending an invitation to King Roman News and let him know for that King Roman News, and also the Queen Brianna Pettyville will be anointed the Queen of the B sector. Okay, okay. Long live the Queen! Long live the King! And I will be officially retiring at that particular broadcast. So I've never did an official retirement ceremony. So it would be one way to pass the baton to the next generation. And so we will definitely do that. All right. Now, if anybody want to call in, you can call in at this time. The phone lines is open 972 674 9462. Okay. They said it was entertaining when you did it. Was it entertaining? So to be really good. And we asked you all to be in the building. So it's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. And we're going to be doing that. We're going to be anointing Brianna Pettyville. And so I got to reach out to her team. Send me a picture of Brianna. I need a beautiful picture of Brianna and a beautiful picture of King Roman News. I've already have the word King, so that's going to be interesting. So it's going to be definitely great. And we have definitely anointed them as that. I will officially retire at that particular time. So we will bring that to you all in the future. Paul, you write that down. Thank you so very much, Paul, for writing down the notes. And my team is working on the flyer as we speak, and that will be released soon. So, in other news, we will be in Vegas April 26th to the 28th with the beautiful, iconic Couture Bay will be coming with us, and her team and I join together for this event, for this whole weekend. And it's going to be amazing. April 26th, 27th, 28th, we'll be at the Palace Station Hotel and Casino. If you have any questions or comments, you can always email me at wileyshowproductions@gmail.com. wileyshowproductions@gmail.com, right? wileyshowproductions@gmail.com. wileyshowproductions@gmail.com. Wiley Show Production at gmail.com. That is the broadcast. It's going to be amazing. We're looking forward to seeing you, and you. All right. Love you all. Now I'm going to be over there on TikTok. We are sending my condolences to the Dr. King family, the King family. They did lose his youngest son at 62 years old. He passed away from prostate cancer. We post that on the website at www.waterthetroll.com. We send our condolences to the King family and all the people that is upset. We definitely send our condolences to that family as they grieve for their brother, uncle, and father. For those have not known, Dr. King, youngest son, 62, he had passed away at 62 years old from prostate cancer. We did drop the story on www.whythetroll.com. Yeah, we dropped the story over there. All right. Now I was gonna do TikTok, but I'm going to bed. Okay, I'm going to bed. But do y'all want me to do TikTok? Press what if y'all want me to do TikTok. Press what if y'all want me to do TikTok. Press one in the chat if y'all want me to do TikTok. Y'all want to go to TikTok. Press one. Make sure y'all follow me over there on TikTok, chat. But we're not gonna do it today. We'll do it tomorrow. I gotta rest up, child. I gotta rest up. I gotta rest up. I gotta get me some sleep. Uh uh I gotta get me some sleep, child. I'm tired. Okay. But then again, since y'all asking for the TikTok, we'll give y'all the TikTok. But give me a little time. I gotta put my chicken on. So while my chicken on, we can go on the TikTok. So yeah, we on TikTok at Wiley Show. Make sure y'all go to our TikTok. It's amazing. Um, yeah, yeah, because I've been busy. Like I've been working, man. Y'all don't understand, child. And it's good that I sleepy, right? So do they send out notifications when I'm live on TikTok? Yeah, air fryer. Do they send out notification? I go on TikTok. I want to know, do they send out notifications? Oh yeah, that's back in the day, baby. Them days are over. 5, 6 hour lives. Don't be saying rest up like he Wiley be late. They said I don't know how to go over there. Oh, you don't know how to go over to TikTok? What's the difference between TikTok is nice. It's nice. Our video did almost 600,000 views, so I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that. All right. I love you all so very much. This is what our kids are watching on the internet protect. Oh yeah, absolutely. God is good. Okay. God is good. He's worthy to be praised. Um, they said two for a station head. Really for station head? Okay. Yeah, station head is better. Cause I'm just not in the TikTok mood this morning. I'm really not in a TikTok mood. I've been up, so I'm gonna do station head. Yeah, I'm gonna do station head. I'm just not in the TikTok mood. I'm on the station head. Babe. I'm not in the TikTok mood. Cause like TikTok, you're on camera. And so I'm gonna put some on so I can eat. And I'm not even making no chicken. I'm about to drink a Gatorade, eat some grapes, child. I already ate a little, so I'm tired. And I'll make the chicken in the morning for my lunch. All right. Thank you all so very much. And I will see y'all over there on Station Here. Go to my website, www.wildershow.com. If you have not subscribed to the website, subscribe so you get all the updates of articles that we put on there. And also, you can subscribe to The Wiley Show. Follow us on Facebook, The Wiley Show, Instagram at Wiley Show, TikTok at Wiley Show, Twitch, The Wiley Show TV. We will be doing some things over there on Twitch. Members only. Do not forget this Saturday. We got a members only for Saturday. I will put the Zoom information out on there for all our people over there, members only. Don't forget Saturday. This Saturday we're gonna be doing a members only. All right. I told you we try to do the members only at least once every week or once every 2 weeks. Yeah, we that's what we try to do. We try to do once every week or once every 2 weeks. We at least try to do at least 2 or 3 per month. So we're gonna do it this week, this Saturday. Um, yeah, okay. Is it some? I don't know. TikTok, TikTok. If you don't know TikTok, then I don't know where y'all at. But TikTok is the movement, baby. That's the new way. All right. Love you all so very much. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you're enough. What times get our always remember to put God first. See y'all on station. Bye.